guys, well, we're back at OXCR this week. Had a few weeks off from racing at OXCR. We've had a little bit of a break. So Zach and I hit some GNCC races. First time that we've ever done that, so we had a good time there. We went to Mountaineer and then to the Burr Oak. We're probably planning on going to Ironman here in November, but back at Old 50 Farm, so far things going good. You can tell I got the whole shot. Had no idea of the carnage going on behind me there at the start. If you haven't seen the starts video, check that out, but it's like there was a pile up there in one of the turns. So a couple of the guys that are normally pretty close to me there at the start looked like they got caught up in that pile up, so kind of left me free to run away. So kind of sounds like there's nobody right on me, so I'm trying to sprint away as best as I can, see how far ahead I can get. So we weren't sure what to expect for sure here at Old 50. The last few times here it was kind of a similar track. Just about every time, just kind of a little bit different directions. But at the riders meeting, they said they changed it up and added some technical stuff. And the track was super good. Really enjoyed the track. The stuff that they added was really good. Layout was good. Everything was good. It was a really fun track this week. So heading up the Pro Hill here, and I seen a couple of bikes coming back down, and so I was kind of second guessing myself at first. I'm like, why are they coming back down? Is there somebody wrecked up there? But it was open, and probably should have downshifted after hitting that little lip there, but a little clutch work and head up the hill here. And then this section here is familiar. This downhill here, we've hit this in the past, and so far most of the trails we've hit already, but there's quite a bit of new stuff in this track, and like I said, it was just a really fun day. I'd go back and ride it again this weekend just for fun any day. So generally I'm pretty consistent, but here in a little bit I've got a route, or not a route, but a rut that kind of sneaks up on me as I'm trying to pass a guy. So you'll get a good shot here, me taking a tumble here in just a minute. But weather was perfect. It was pretty cool, actually. Nice bit of relief from some of the super hot races we had back in the summer. I catch up with this guy pretty quick. I'm not one of those people that gets up behind you and then constantly revs like some people do. I generally think that people know you're there, and if they're gonna let you by, they're gonna let you by, and if they're not gonna let you by, then they're not. So I don't hold my bike wide open. I kind of see that little line right there and think I might be able to sneak by, but it wasn't really a better line. So kind of pushing here to get by. I don't want anybody in the back to get caught up, and you're right there. Yeah. It's kind of paying attention to the guy in front of me, and there's a pretty deep rut right there, and I kind of leaned thinking I was going to be able to take that inside line there to try and maybe pass, and I kind of leaned a little bit and the rut went straight, and you know what happens there. Front wheel kind of hung in the rut, and my body went off to the left, and so got some remnants of some roots and stuff hanging on me, but it's all part of it. So some of this stuff here is, the trails look new, or not new, they look like they've been ridden before, but some of the directions that we've been taking and some of the ways we've been entering and exiting, I think, are new. yeah, just a really, really fun layout. I thought they did a good job laying the track out and adding some stuff. Like all this down through here is, I believe this is all new. Off-camber stuff is fun in the creek sections. So right here, get a little bit off the course for a second. I kind of look and I'm thinking I'm thinking the course went down, and then I see these guys in the tape up here, so then I finally see orange arrows again, so I don't think we cut too much. It looks like Chad was kind of following me, and so we get back on the course, and that's really the only time I really got off the course at all. I think I should have taken a right, and I kind of probably blew by an arrow there. And I don't think we cut too much of the track there. And I know Chad got a really bad start. I didn't see what happened. He came out just about dead last, I think. So he's riding good. Actually, Chad and I end up pretty much following each other back and forth just about the entire race. So I think I pull out just a tiny bit, and eventually I slide it out in a silt berm. He sneaks by, and then I follow him for what seems like 2 laps. It seems like we just kind of go back and forth a couple of times, and I think toward the end of the race, I think there's a G out in a creek, and by the end of the race, a root got exposed, and I went through that ditch and kind of dropped it again, so that let him get out just a little bit on me. So this is all new. That first time I was able to jump down into that creek, and then I tried it later in the race, and it had gotten a little bit more rutted out, and I just about dumped it there. I think I let a guy by, not in my class, but I think Tim Creeth was behind me. I let him by because I jumped off there and kind of ran into a sapling. So we're back up to the guy I was trying to pass before. And again on a new section, which was just super, super good. All this new stuff was good. Left the roots and rocks and logs and stuff laying in it, which I think is fine. Keeps you on your toes a little bit. So we're gonna try and get by this time again. Maybe we can do it without wrecking this time. This little section here got really powdery and deep by the end of the race, and so it was almost like it was slick and wet, even though it wasn't wet at all.
I go.
So you know how it is riding in the leaves. Kind of hard to tell where the ruts are from time to time. Didn't want to throw it away in another rut. This track was pretty similar to the GNCC that we just rode, which was Burr Oak, which is on the John Penton property. So it was real similar actually to that track. Kind of the layout of the track, and the dirt was real similar too. This little valley here was fun to, later in the race, once you knew where you were going, you could really pin it down through there, and it was a lot of fun. I think this is all new, and all of this just flowed really well, and just had just the right amount of turns in it, and everything to make it a lot of fun. Almost like a little sprint enduro up through this section, really just kind of a single track and just kind of laying it over into the turns and stuff. Looks like more new section here.
Thank you.
Didn't quite get my bike leaned over in that turn. If that's one issue that creeps up on me all the time, it's not getting my bike leaned over enough in turns. And so that generally is kind of what slows me down probably the most. Zach is always yelling at me about where I enter the turns, and it's definitely something I struggle with. Well, I don't think I mentioned it, but I ended up first in the Masters class today in this race, and Zach ended up first in the Expert row. I think I ended up 28th overall, I think is what I got. And Zach ended up 3rd overall. The only people that he wasn't able to get around were Levi and I think it was Trevor Getz. So he had a really good race. I know that when Levi passed me, I think he was kind of just cruising. He had a huge lead when he went by me. This little section here was just a little bit, really had to be careful picking your way down through there. There was some really deep four-wheeler ruts. And this section here was super fun. This just kind of felt like you could just like hold it wide open all the way up through here and just kind of lay it over and power turn through all this stuff. This was a super fun uphill. Back onto a section that I think we run every time we're here, this trail along the ridge. Catching up with somebody else here. I know that I think 2 bikes got by me when I wrecked. I'm not sure actually if either one of them were people in my class. I know that there's a Suzuki, or not a Suzuki, a yellow Yamaha that I passed a little bit later in the race. I know he was on the road to my right, so I know he came out of the whole shot in 2nd place. So I get back by him after a while, and I'm not really sure who the other bike was that passes me when I drop it. So this is another familiar uphill that we usually hit whenever we're at Old 50, that uphill that's got all the shale rock in it. Couldn't ask for better weather. I'm not sure what the temperature was, but it was, like 70 or something, or 70, 72 or 74. It wasn't bad at all. It was beautiful. At some point here, I'm going to do a long-term review on my ProTune suspension. Did a review of that when I first had it, when Corey first did all the work, and I was really, really happy with it. And since that time, I've made quite a few little adjustments here and there, and changed the preload a little bit on the front end, and got it really where I'm just really happy with it. I absolutely believe that the suspension has absolutely improved my riding this past year. If you look at some of the races that we did a couple of years ago, it's very, very clear how much faster I'm going. So part of that's just improvement in riding, but I can tell you that a big part of it is the suspension for sure. We're getting close to the end of the first lap here. I think it was like a 6 or 6.5 mile course. And some more fun stuff down through here. Some more, seems like fresh trail. Looks like the little kids probably rode on this off-camber stuff. But no ruts, just nice dirt. Looking for a way by again. So definite A+ on the track in my opinion. Thought OXCR did a great job this week laying out the track and adding new stuff, adding the new sections there, and incorporating some good stuff out of the existing lines. They're coming up this direction right here. Off the start, I think was neat, because normally we went either right or left, and this time we kind of came straight up and back down, which was kind of fun. This little section up through here was nice and tight, and I don't think I ever figured out the fastest way through all this stuff right here. That line right there I liked. Then for whatever reason, the rest of the race I never could really remember exactly what line I took. So this was just a nice set of trails to go through here. But great race all around. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Zach did not get his GoPro turned on somehow, so we don't have any of Zach's third place overall ride, unfortunately. I'm half tempted to go up and check it myself for next time. But hope you enjoy it.